Welcome to the Rustic Garden Homestead. Today's video is all about spinach. I want to go over some facts that you probably don't know about spinach. It's a wonderful crop. Here in Maryland Zone 7, it really does overwinter, and it is the first crop to really get back into shape. As soon as I hit it with a water-soluble fertilizer, it greens up, it starts growing when the temperatures start to rise. So middle of March, I have a lot of spinach that's going to be ready to harvest in the next couple of weeks. Let me go over why I think spinach is really spectacular with how it handles the cold weather, that you can overwinter it, that it can freeze, it can really take temperatures that are below 10 degrees in some cases and still survive. I'll put all the temperature conversions on the screen. But let me show you the different spinach I have going in my garden right now. Today's March 11th. I'm going to have spinach ready for plating in 2 weeks. So here's a trick question. How long do you think this spinach has been growing? The answer is 4.5 months. This was planted on October 23rd, about 6 to 8 weeks before the frosts start rolling in and the cold temperatures roll in. A couple things to understand is nothing grows. Plants don't grow when the soil temperature is below 40 degrees. Plants can survive, but they don't grow. So one strategy, if you want to have brilliant looking seedlings really that have been hanging around for 4 months in your garden, about 6 to 8 weeks before maybe your last frost or when those temperatures really fall below 40 degrees regularly. That means the top several inches of your soil is going to get colder and nothing's going to grow. But by putting them out 6 to 8 weeks before that period, they're going to germinate. Small spinach plants, about an inch or less, are extremely hardy. Once they establish, temperatures easily, well, the plants easily can manage temperatures of 10 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, the conversions will be up on the screen. Smaller plants can even take temperatures down to 0 degrees for a short period of time. Bigger plants still survive, but sometimes the outer leaves get beat up. So these were put in, and this is a strategy you can use, for this year, come the summer passing and we get into the fall and winter. October 23rd, I dropped 2 seeds, 3 seeds maybe, into each planting hole. And you can see that every one of the Bloomdale spinach seeds pretty much germinated. And they did that back in November. Well, they germinated probably in October, but they established in November. Then the cold weather rolled in and they just sat here. Last week, they were a little bit yellow. I hit them with a water-soluble fertilizer. These are going to be ready probably in 2-3 weeks. I'll be able to harvest out of there. When I hit these with a water-soluble fertilizer last week, I also dropped in some more seeds and they're germinating. Spinach is one of the first plants, one of the first seeds you can get into the ground. They germinate at a little bit colder temperature than some other seeds, but as long as the temperature is over 40 degrees, these plants are going to kick back to life and start growing. Here's some more spinach that was probably planted late August, maybe early September. These plants had more time to grow, more time to establish, and I was eating the leaves. When the temperatures dropped down below that 40 degrees, when the soil temperatures got cold, the plants stopped growing. You can see that the leaves look pretty good. I had to remove a lot of the leaves. The bigger plants do get beat up. Like I was saying, the smaller plants do better. However, the center of the spinach, the crowns, survive really nicely and they're gonna come back in full force. Dark green, they're gonna be great, and I'll be eating these probably in a week or two, as long as the temperatures of the soil stay above that 40 degrees. Right now it's 80 degrees, it's crazy. Next week we have snow and freezing temperatures again. Spinach is a cool plant because the starches in the leaves in the plant, as the temperatures start to come down, it converts the starches in the plant to sugars like sucrose, glucose, fructose. That acts like an antifreeze, and that makes the plant able to survive freezing temperatures. When it's more water in the cell and the temperatures drop below 32 degrees, if the plants don't have protection, the water freezes and it ruptures the cell. By converting the starches over to sugars and the sugars mix with the water, it acts like an antifreeze and it's able to tolerate really cold temperatures. I mean, this year here in Maryland, we had a period of 3 weeks where these were covered in snow, covered in ice, the ground was, to a good 10 inches. Plants survived beautifully. We had temperatures in the mid-teens plants survived beautifully. Come late winter, when the ground is starting to warm up, just hit your spinach plants with a water-soluble fertilizer and they're going to perk up nice and green. Bigger plants, if they survived, remove the outer leaves. But I like the strategy of planting seeds 6 to 8 weeks before those cold soil temperatures roll in, so that you get germination, but you have tiny plants. They're going to survive really well, even with deep freezes. Here's another group of spinach that was planted earlier in October last year, a couple weeks before the smaller plants that I showed you. And these, again, just are brilliant looking. Nice, thick leaves, nice and green. And you can certainly, pick leaves and eat them. I want these to grow for about another week or so. Spinach is really the first green that you can get to the table by using the 6 to 8 week planting method, before the ground again gets cold. Get some seeds out there. They're going to overwinter fine. If you protect your plants, you can harvest spinach well into the middle of January here in Maryland. I don't like doing that because I kind of get burned out, so I'm just kind of letting the garden go. But I use this strategy of making sure that I have plenty of spinach planted throughout my garden in different stages. So come March 11th, my garden's already greening up with leafy greens that I'm going to be able to take to the table. I really highly recommend growing spinach and really using the strategy, again, of 6 to 8 weeks before the ground gets cold in your area. Get some spinach out there. And go ahead and plant spinach later in August too. You'll get a harvest in the fall, and most likely those plants are going to survive too. So if you love leafy greens, if you like spinach, really plant it in the fall, and you're going to have it in the spring. You can skip the step of having to start stuff indoors, buying transplants. Seriously, by the end of March, I'm going to have plenty of spinach. I'm going to be eating leafy greens out of the garden. There are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 plantings, 2 plants per hole. That's 50 plants. And all I did last year was drop them in the ground October 23rd. Come March 11th, they look beautiful. When you're waking up the spinach that overwintered, again, I do recommend just dropping in some seeds. You don't need to do anything fancy for the soil. Just loosen it up. Plant the seeds about 1/4 inch deep. I like to put 2 seeds per hole, so you're not waiting around for a seed to germinate that may not. You can always thin your plants if you want. I find I harvest spinach at different sizes, so 2 plants per hole is great. When they sprout up, about 7-10 days later, I'm going to hit them with a water-soluble fertilizer too. And that's all you really need. You don't have to overwork the soil. You don't need tons of compost. You don't really need a whole lot to grow your leafy greens. Spinach is a great crop that I highly recommend. Again, of course, you gotta like spinach. If you don't, no point in growing it. That I highly recommend just growing all season long. In late June, July, early August, it's too hot for spinach, but you can set up shade cloth and you can continue to grow some heat-tolerant varieties. But it's just a really diverse, I think, green. You have to check out the different varieties. This is a Bloomsdale variety of spinach. I think it's long-standing. I grow it every year. I also grow Giant Noble, 2 good spinaches for your gardens. Again, they can tolerate the freeze really nicely. They convert starches to sugars, gives them sort of an antifreeze, and they can really tolerate low temperatures. You can see that I have a little hoop house set up on here. Last year I didn't get to it, but I could have covered this over and I could have just let these grow to size, sometime into January before everything gets too cold, and even with protection, nothing grows. But I decided just to let it go. And look, again, all right, I've said it enough, but it is beautiful. This is just a great way to set up spinach. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. I sell tomato and pepper seeds, $1.75 a pack. All other seeds are only $1.50. And please subscribe and follow me. I'll teach you how to plant a whole garden, take care of it. And I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on how to attract predatory insects into your garden and help manage down the bad insects. Again, thanks so much for watching.